Welcome everyone. Today's video, I'm actually going to do a little bit of a review on this Grow Sure multi-purpose compost. Now, I think most of you will agree, some of the compost that you can buy nowadays is pretty damn rubbish, right? Now, that's swearing. What I want to do, open up the comments, let me know down below which is your favourite budget-friendly multi-purpose compost. What's the make? How much is it, roughly? And what you think of it, obviously. I've never used this Grow Sure. I've heard brilliant things about it. The one great thing about this is it says it's got 4 months worth of food in. Now, normally it's between sort of 4 and 6 weeks. So if that's the case, then it should be a complete bargain. Anyway, so without further ado, let's get into today's video. So first question, why is this on a chair and I'm sat next to it? Some of the props in the garden don't always work. This is where I actually sit and do my voiceovers. So why not, right? Why not? So this Grow Sure, first thing I want to address, 4 months worth of food. Now I actually can't vouch for this, I have never used it. So please let me know down below if you've used this multi-purpose compost. If you have, does it live up to actually making your plants look good for it up to 4 months, which is a really bold statement, right? Because normal multi-purposes have between 4 and 6 weeks worth of feed. In this video, what I am going to go ahead and do is I'm going to show you some things that you can add to your multi-purpose compost or compost pile in general to help you A, hold moisture, and B, add loads more nutrients for longer. So that's going to come up a little bit later in the video. So let me know down below, but I do actually want to open this up and take a look. It does actually state that it's got superior moisture control. So what that used to look like, and I'm not entirely sure what it looks like now, is it used to be actually sort of like granules or like a swell gel. So what would happen is when you water it, this gel would sort of multiply, I say double, but it's not even double in size. It would absolutely go mad and create this big sort of swell, and then as the plant dried out or the compost dries out, then it would just simply release that moisture back into your hanging baskets or pots, right? One really good tip, and this is something that I've never done, but John, I'll give you a shout out, actually said that somebody actually uses like a nappy, right? And it's got that kind of moisture control in. So as it gets wet, it sort of absorbs all that moisture and then it actually releases it again. I don't know about the releasing thing, so anyone's tried that, let me know. But it is a little bit of a hack. Whether it works, I'm not entirely sure, let me know. Let's open this up, let's see what it actually looks like. Let's go through texture. I can't tell you about the nutrients inside because that's something we can't see, but let's take a look for this moisture control. I'm really interested to see what that looks like. A lot of composts that you can buy do tend to suffer with not being actually cured long enough. So what I mean by that is it's actually quite barky, has a lot of big chunks in and things like that, which haven't actually rotted down. Therefore, it's not really ideal for seeds, and that's why people always say use like a John Innes #1 or a seed compost, because it's much finer. So let's take a look at the grade on this. Get my trusty plant label. So, first impressions, it actually looks really good. There's not big heavy chunks of bark in it. It doesn't appear to be really wet, which is great when you're actually buying bags of compost. You can tell how heavy they are if they're really wet. Don't know if you can see just there, it looks very like light and fluffy. I can't see any sort of like swell gel or anything like that, so I'm not entirely sure that the moisture control thing is in play. But let me know down below, let me know your thoughts. I'm sure there's somebody out there who has much more experience than me when it comes to moisture control. Let's do a deeper dive and see what else we can find. because I'm actually looking for some slow release fertilizer in this. Can be, looks very similar to sort of slug eggs. Let's take a deeper dive. So as mentioned, I'm actually looking for something like what we call an osmocot, which is a really hard ball which breaks down and releases nutrients very, very slowly into the compost, and I can't find any, right? So I do think a 4 month, up to 4 months feed is a bold statement, because I thought I would be finding like a slow release sort of fertilizer in it, but it hasn't got it. But it doesn't mean that it's not going to be any good. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm just going to pot up one of my ricinus plants. As you can see, they're a little bit a touch leggy, however it's a job that needs doing. I figured let me just test this compost out with just one, but I stand by it. It's really light, really fluffy, seems to be good quality when it comes to texture. So far so good. So before I tell you how we can actually improve this compost and actually make it so it can last 4 months, or nearly 4 months should I say, let's talk a little bit about the quality and texture. So for me, like I say, I've never used it. However, buying a new compost, I'm very happy with it. I think the texture is great. I don't think it's full of bark. I think it'd be light enough to actually use for seeds. And what I mean by that is, when you've got smaller, sort of what we call cell trays, if you were to sort of pour it out without sieving it, and I'm kind of that kind of guy, sort of a no frills kind of guy, and I'll pour it straight on top, you won't find big chunks of bark to just cover the spaces up in order so you can actually pop the seeds in. So I actually feel this multi-purpose compost does exactly what it says on the tin. It'd be great for hanging baskets, pots. You could use it as a soil improver, right? Just by digging it into the garden. So yeah, I think for $5.99 it's about the standard price for this size bag, right? There is probably some a little bit cheaper, some a little bit more. £6, I feel like it's a pretty fair price. Last year I used B&Q's Verve, I believe, and the quality texture wasn't quite as good as this. This is actually better. So let me know down below if you've used it. Did you use it last year? Did you have good results? So let's talk a little bit about how we can improve it. Just a few simple things to improve the moisture control and improve the actual nutrients in it as well. So moisture control, we'll start with that. There is 2 things you can do to really improve the moisture retention, right? Meaning that it's going to hold water a little bit better than just if you were to pop them straight into a pot. One is, and it sounds silly, right, but go ahead and buy some farmyard manure. Now, what I don't recommend is if you go down to the local farmer and actually get fresh stuff, okay, because the nutrients are far too high in nitrogen and they'll actually burn your new roots and your new shoots. The best thing to do, particularly for beginners, is buy something called farmyard manure, just from a garden centre, B&Q, all that sort of good stuff, right? And you actually mix it in to your multi-purpose compost, right? And what you're looking for is you're looking to add it to probably about 20% of what it actually is, if that makes sense, okay? So you're not putting a great deal in with it, and then you're going to mix it in really, really well. A really good way to actually make your own soil conditioner, right, or something that's going to hold the moisture better, making your own compost. The easiest way to do it is if you can just put your old garden like clippings in, not grass, but just your general garden waste, maybe a little bit of food, or mainly sort of grass leaves and things like that. Actually pop them into a bag, either a black bag. I actually use ton bags in my garden. I pop them out the way behind the summer house, and I actually leave them all year, right? So then by the following year, you just simply open the bag, you can tip it out, and you'll have your own compost, and it'll actually be way better than what you will actually buy from the store. So that's a really good tip. Just out of sight, out of mind, right? Pop it in a bag, seal it, and then move it out of the way for 12 months and then come back to it. But farmyard manure from a garden centre or something like that will work a treat. I believe you can get that for around about £6 as well, so it's not too expensive. Bear in mind, you're not going to be using all of the bag all at one time, if that makes sense. You can spread it over quite a long period. And finally, and this is the really big one, right? Adding nutrients to your actual compost will be a massive game changer for your hanging baskets or pots, or even if you're looking to just add some soil into the garden, right? So there's a few different ones, and I'm going to simplify it a little bit. All depends on what you want in your garden, whether you want to concentrate on having more flowers. Then I'd recommend sulfate of potash. Comes in a powder form, and you can put as much as you want into a bag of compost, and just make sure you mix it up really well. And you want to apply that kind of every 2 weeks to a month if you want to concentrate on your flowers. If you just want to concentrate on the general health of the plant and just want things looking really sort of lush, and you're not too worried about concentrating on just flowers, I'd recommend something like a fish blood and bone, or something called Grow More, and it's exactly the same, comes in a powder form. Just mix that in, mix it in really well, and then it doesn't matter if that's on the new roots or new shoots, it won't burn them. So it's kind of like foolproof, which suits me down to the ground, right? Because I'm a very simple guy. Just be kind when I say that. Okay, and then the final thing is, if you want something to get absolutely massive, if you want something to concentrate on the growth, you want to maybe see how big you can get something in 1 year, or try and triple the size of something, then it's chicken manure. Now, the only thing you have to watch with chicken manure, it's full of nitrogen, so you do have to watch those new roots and new shoots. So just bear that in mind. It will need to be mixed in really well. But again, you can do that. And if you want all of the above, then mix it all in. But just bear in mind that you're going to have to check your calendar, and it's going to be every fortnight you're going to be giving it a new dose of something, or at least once a month, if that makes sense. But I used to do it all the time at Cork Abbey for the National Trust. We would buy peat-free multi-purpose compost, and we would add all of those into it to get more flowers, better growth, healthier plants, and I promise you it will thank you later. But the quest for finding the best budget-friendly compost is not over. Every time I need a new bag, which is quite often, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to buy a different brand. So last year I did the Verve, and I wasn't that impressed. I won't be going back to that. Today's video is Grow Sure. Is it Grow Sure? Yes, it is. So the next one, who knows, any recommendations you'd like me to do a review, I'll go ahead and buy it and we'll have a look. Only time will tell as to how good it is and whether it has in fact got 4 months worth. General rule of thumb, it's 4 to 6 weeks. So I won't be treating mine any different. I will just be adding my extra bits in to get the best possible outcome from your plants, right? I hope you enjoyed it. If you did find it useful, then please give it a big thumbs up, as it really does help the channel out. Drop a comment down below, as it helps share it out to others who love gardening just like we do. But until tomorrow, I will see you in the garden. You take care.